Okay, hello there guys, a very warm welcome aboard from the YouTube video here on the channel. My name's Northern Princess. Yep, next up, Hochelenberg. I can't English today apparently. I'm going to really quickly go in here and tweak a couple of the settings. I'm turning more and more northern by the day, which is surprising when I've literally not spoken to anyone from the northeast. Well, actually I spoke to Melissa the other day, so I suppose. PZB is down there. So today we're driving this service just because it feels strange. We've obviously got a D stock, but then on the back we've got a single 143. So I just wanted to see the part to weight ratio of this thing really. Let's go neutral, brake key, forward, brakes off. So we want to give it a little bit of power, just get enough to get us going. Passenger boarding has obviously been completed here, so I'm going to go hook, Hagen Ostbahnhof on the RB56 service from Iserlohn to Hagen. It's just a really short one. I just wanted to see how this handled, and whether it made it easier or harder to drive. It just feels a bit pointless a train to run. I forget which train company it was in the UK, but they had a Mark III DVT on the front and just a loco pushing it behind. Again, that just felt like a pointless train. Yeah, 45 is the limit. Apologies for the pixelation. Unfortunately, my internet is still struggling. Even though it's a glorious day outside, I thought people would be plunked in the gardens. My internet's still struggling. Oh, poopy scoopy doopy. Bring the speed back off, and one more notch. There we go. 3k to go to Hollenberg, and we've got line speed now. Just wait for that line speed to increase, and then we can go for it. We'll gun it from there. Let's quick grab a screenshot. Sunny side up, which is this side. This is on Ruhr's ignored, by the way, for those of you wondering. Which is currently my new favourite route to drive in this game, actually. Got a CFA warning for PZB warning magnet, which we'll acknowledge, so that we don't get brake checked. Yeah, gorgeous little route, really. I am going to be getting the mod for this that allows you to have the destination blind here. What I could actually do with doing here. There we go. Oh, I've been brake check because I didn't get CFA in time. PZB in time. God damn it. I could have chosen a better time, in fairness. That's what I was wanting to do. It's confusing, but okay. Let's just quickly nip back to the front camera. Oh, fascinating. Oh, it must have literally just, it must have been a CFA. Hey. But yeah, so we've got the headlights on the front and the tail lamps on the back, which I was hoping for. Let's take power, get going. There we go. I've been toying with some reskins, and I'm hoping to bring a route learning video to the channel on this route actually. Doing a freight service heading from Hagen south. Oh, for crying out loud. I've got 3 hours till my training, and we've got line speed. Let's go. I've got line speed to 100. It comes out at 19,300 meters. So those speed warnings are usually around a kilometre from the speed change. I've been learning a little bit about the German railways, and basically they do things very differently to the way the UK does it. and probably America as well, they have a system called Ebola, or Ebola on here, which is basically like a how to drive a train guide for a driver. Let's get that speed down. So yeah, they've got a system on there called Ebola, which basically allows the driver to see where the speed changes are, like what the distance for the next station is, and use the mileposts on the right to figure out how far you are from the next station. And that's how Ebola works. So let's say 18.2, and the next station's at 16.9, for example, so I can figure out my braking points from that. That's at least the logic. Nice. $800 meters to go until we're stopping still, so plenty of time really. Around 600, I'll just go step 3 a brake. Just wash the speed off. Entering the platform at about 50 to 60, well 40 to 50, sorry. So just wash that off again. Got a lovely signal box on the right for Hollenberg. This is one of those where I'm not sure which side the platform's on. I believe it's on the right though. Yeah, the right does make more sense. Yeah, I'm not doing too hot. There we go, about 10 meters off. Not too great, not too shabby. Go for a quick look around the station. See, I do have some enhancements running in the game currently, which is quite nice. I think that is probably one of them actually, the branding on the bin, I'm not sure though. Get a route mapper. 1 of 10. Crikey, this route's easy. So yeah, this is our train, which is gorgeous. I do enjoy the dust stocks. They feel really big as well, which is, I guess, one of the things I like about trains. They're so big. Giggity! That's what she said. There we go. I played myself. Uh-oh. Yeah. Doors closed. Window closed. In the seat. Close the door behind us. For security purposes, we can lift the second man's seat. We can get going. And we're out of here. Next stop, Hagen. You can see we're straight up to line speed now. Now we are still running with PZB and CIFR enabled, just to hope. And we're already up at 97, 98, 99 kph. Let's roll the thrust back to notch 1. Oh wow, okay, so this thing shifts. I mean, we are going down a slight hill, I suppose. And there goes the 120. So let the train accelerate again. Yep, see if it works. This definitely feels nice, actually. I'm also looking forward to its main spare Sartbahn that the BR204 comes for. I've got some insider gen on that because obviously previously working at Dovetail I'd played it before release, so I'm interested to see how it's progressed since then. That's all I'm going to say about it. It's one of those things, I've said it in previous videos, I'll say it again now. Yeah, I worked on Train Sim World. I no longer work on Train Sim World. I probably never will work on Train Sim World again. But you know what? I'm not one of those people who's just going to go burning all the bridges, and you know, there's people who refuse to speak to me after I worked there, which is a bit shit. But you know, I'd rather go in, you know, not drop myself to a lower level than I really think I am at, so to speak. Yeah, it's interestingly Harkin's over there now, and we just go around this massive curve to get in there. Yeah, I just wanted to understand this train. Beautiful screenshot. We have the power to weight ratio. Yeah, I actually saw this going the other way when I was doing the route gen for the route learning video. Surprisingly, we've not seen the train actually head the other way. Actually, I think we pass it, in the video we pass it before Hollenberg. Or is that it there? Oh no, that's a 146 on coal. Hello. One of the features I love about Train Sim World, and since I've been making my own Train Sim 1 scenarios again, is something that I miss massively, is substitution. So you saw that 146 going the other way. In Train Sim 1, that would have to be a 155, because that's the DLC it came with. And unless you start, you know, doing hacks to make the game load a different train, or you know, you're doing third-party stuff, then there's no way around that. Whereas in Train Sim World, if I play this in 10 years' time, you know, when this is a massively more advanced simulation, that'll be a still different train, and that could be the train that just released last week. Sorry about the stutters, guys. I'm just testing this because I've got to do K9 training tonight for ARP. And I just wanted to see what my internet would be like. Not good enough to do Code 3 driving, basically. So, yeah, we've got the logs over there. I've not actually towed a loaded log train before, you know, in this game. It's one of the things I quite like to do. We're about 200 metres from the... No, there they are. Yeah, that caught me out. I was expecting them to be about 100 metres away, but I saw the speed post on that signal, so I was like, acknowledge! Spam the acknowledge button. Let's just take power out. About 2.5 miles left to run at this point. Our next signal seems to be a red aspect, which is, I guess, not sure why, but it's just something to bear in mind. Oh, there we go, it's cleared. It's 3.5 kilometres away, which is a fair distance. I'm now going to go back on the power, keep us about 110. At or about, all that kind of good stuff. And power back off again because we're over exceeding. And I'm just going to let the train again go. So coasting in a train is one of the best things you can do because what's called steel wheel, steel rail principle. So one of the things that makes trains extremely efficient is their lack of friction. So we've got a steel wheel with no tread running on a steel rail which is smooth as well. And the logic in that is that you know, you've got the you've got a low friction coefficient. So you've got a low friction coefficient. So the you know, so you can coast like this for miles. I mean, we've been coasting for close to a mile now, and we've lost what, 7 miles an hour of speed out of 70. So you know, you've got what, a 10-mile coast on level ground. No, that's probably not exactly the correct maths for it, but it gives you an idea. I'm going to go back on the power now because 10k is a bit too low below the limit. Well, a bit too much below the limit, I should say. Okay, notch 2 or 3. Again, it's just such a light train today. Those run sounds are a bit weird. I do have something to change the texture on the windows for the dust arc. Yeah, okay. You were right, game. I was wrong. Hagen Ostbahnhof. We should have the 422s terminating in it. I'm not actually sure if they appear in this. Would be nice if they did, but yeah. Unfortunately, well, that's another thing. Substitution in Train Sim 1. This is effectively a quick drive from the way it's designed. It's just so you can put another train in on top. Now, yeah, it's designed so you can put another train on top. There we go. We've been, yeah. Oh no, we've not been had. It's all good. That stud nearly had me there. But yeah, so, the way it's designed is, theoretically, let's say, something else releases that latches into Hagen, you could lay all the services from this route in, so they appear on the map, drop the passengers off and disappear again. But the player can't drive them. And all of the Wuppertal routes in, Hagen Wuppertal, I like it a lot, actually. It's a sensible way of developing things, in my opinion. Okay, drop down. Just gotta acknowledge that. One of the things I don't like is they never give timings for PZB. And that might be the way the real railway does it, but yeah, that's like the one thing I don't like. Because we're now running about a minute late, even though we've driven pretty much the speed limit all the way. Or as fast as we can, I should say. Okay, this thing's power to weight ratio is phenomenal. Yeah, we don't have 422s in. There's usually at least one parked in the platforms. Now, got to remember, we've got a fairly tight stopping distance here, so let's just bring the speed off. One of the things I actually really enjoy about this as well is if I want, I can make this a continuous experience for myself. I like that. I like that. What I can do though is I can go and hop on. I thought I saw another train parked over the other side. You know what? That's the position I would have stopped in IRL. That's probably the best position to stop. It's 10 metres short, but it's the best position to stop. Let's go back inside. Hop up in the cab. We'll just quickly shut the train down. So, nicht einsteigen is what we're looking for. Nicht einsteigen. Off. Headlights. Reduced. Tail lamps. So that then should stay on this end of the train. Yep. It's good. I'm going to quickly put the reverser in neutral just so I can hit door close. Buttons. Yeah, right hand doors, and we're going to lock them. There we go. And how did we do? Silver medal, fair enough. I mean, I didn't do too badly, but yeah, the stops weren't too amazing. Did a little bit of speeding, but not much. Just the stopping accuracy is what's let us down. Well, that was my first proper drive in this anyway. What I can do now, though, is I can say I want to return to free mode. I want to get off my train. Yeah, you can see the glass appears more tinted. Yeah, and I want to go over and get on that train. Yeah, the underpass is over here, and I'm going to go over and take on that train. See where that is going. Ow. Yep, there it is. It turns way to Hagen. Yeah, can't be terminating, right? $14.40, so I've got a 4-minute wait until this service starts, but I can prepare my cab and I can continue driving. So I'm going to go headlights, CFO, PZB. Can hop in the seat, reverse, I can go neutral. Everything else is set over here. There we go. And I'm going to take a walk through the train now. You need to check what this service is. Yep, it's a service through to Fit and Drop, so I can set the destination by up when I get back. Actually, I can do it now. There we go. Regio bar to Fit and Drop. Close the door behind me. What have I got pushing today? That does actually dictate as well part of this. So yeah, the 143 is pushing me today. So the 143 has got a max speed of 140 kph. It's at 120, 120 I believe. So I'm going to hop up in the cab and get it prepared. See, this is a level of realism I like, because, you know, it wouldn't just be that a driver would go and do one journey and then, right, I'm off for the day, bye lads. You know, and it just makes it perfectly optional to go and take on a connecting service. I'm just going to take a step off the edge of the platform, ensure that he's set up, which he is, and we can get going from there. Alrighty guys, so thank you all so much for watching today's video. Hopefully you did enjoy. We'll see you guys in the next one. But until then, it's going to be bye for now. Apologies for the lag once again, that is not my fault. Not my fault. No, not my fault.